If you are considering investing in Portuguese real estate but are unsure about the complexities of the buying process, you've come to the right place.
In this video, we as buyer's agents in Portugal will address some of the most frequently asked questions regarding the purchase of a property in Portugal.
We'll offer you valuable insights and advice on navigating the legal requirements and making an informed investment decision.
We hope this video will guide you through the intricacies of property acquisition in this amazing country.
Hi, we are Mia and Rafael, founders of Mal Portugal, a property advisory company that helps you buy and rent property like a local. Before we get into this much requested video, we kindly ask that you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It really helps us out and allow us to continue pushing videos like this every week.
Okay, let's start with one of, if not the most frequently asked question we get. Can I legally buy property in Portugal as a non-European national? Are there any restrictions on property ownership for foreigners?
As a non-European national, you can legally buy property in Portugal. There are no restrictions on property ownership for foreigners.
The second question is, what is the process of purchasing a property in Portugal? What are the steps involved and how long does it take?
The process of purchasing property in Portugal involves several steps, including, of course, finding a property, negotiating a price, signing a promissory contract, conducting due diligence, and signing the final deed.
The entire process can take anywhere from 1 month to 3 months or longer even, depending on various factors such as the negotiated terms of the deal, the complexity of the property transaction, and any legal or bureaucratic issues that may arise. In general, 1 month is enough to complete the transaction.
Next question. Are there any specific taxes or fees that I need to be aware of when purchasing property in Portugal as a non-European national?
Well, the answer is yes, there are taxes and fees that you need to be aware of when purchasing a property here in Portugal, such as the transfer tax, stamp duty, notary fees, and registration fees. Since we're talking about taxes, remember that in Portugal there's also a tax exemption regime called NHR that offers you a flat rate for your global annual income if you decide to be a tax resident here in Portugal.
We'll cover all the tax-related topics in the coming videos.
And the fourth question that we frequently hear from our clients is there any legal requirements for obtaining a mortgage as a non-European national? And what are the interest rates and repayment terms for non-residents?
Non-European nationals may obtain a mortgage in Portugal, subject to certain legal requirements, such as proof of income and creditworthiness. The interest rates and repayment terms for non-residents may be higher than for Portuguese nationals, depending on the lender and other factors. Any analysis must be done case by case, but typically the banks will lend you up to 70% of the property appraisal, and you will need to repay it in a maximum of 30 years. Next question. Are there any zoning or building regulations that I need to be aware of before purchasing property in Portugal?
This is actually one of the questions that it generates more surprises from our clients in terms of the answer.
Yes. Because in Portugal, the zoning and building regulations, it's very, very strict. Unlike in many other countries, when you own a piece of land, it doesn't mean you can build whatever you want in Portugal.
It's yours, but doesn't mean that you can do whatever you want to. These regulations vary by municipality and can affect the types of structures that can be built on a property and their size and location. An important idea to keep in mind is that even if urban plot has thousands of square meters, that do not necessarily mean that you can build several houses in it.
Yes, for this topic, we can go on and go on for many, many episodes. Next one. What are the rules regarding inheritance of property in Portugal for non-European nationals?
Here, the inheritance of a property for non-European nationals is subject to the Portugal's inheritance law, which can be complex. It's important to seek legal advice to ensure that you fully comprehend what this entails. The next question is, are there any residency requirements for property owners in Portugal if they are non-Europeans?
There are no residency requirements for property owners in Portugal, even if they're non-Europeans.
This is the master.
However, if you plan to stay in the country for an extended period, for example 90 days, that the tourist visa offers you, then you may need to obtain a visa or residency permit. The D7 visa, the Golden visa, and the Digital Nomad visa are some of the most popular visa routes for foreigners to take to gain residency. To learn more about these visas, make sure to watch our dedicated videos linked in the description below.
Another question is, how can a lawyer assist me, as a buyer, with the property purchase process in Portugal? And what services they offer me as buyer?
Oh, I would say a lawyer is essential for the entire process of purchasing a property in Portugal.
They provide legal advice, drafting and reviewing contracts, conducting due diligence, and ensuring that the transaction complies with the Portuguese law. They can also assist with any legal or bureaucratic issues that may arise during the purchase process. We always say that lawyers is a must-have in any property transactions, even for us.
Next question. Would you recommend hiring other professionals, such as real estate agents or buyer's agents like us, to assist me with purchasing property in Portugal? Buying a property is something that you can do yourself directly, of course, contacting the seller or the real estate agency where the property is listed.
However, if you want to have at your side a high level of expertise and knowledge about the market to help you navigate and make decisions, then definitely hiring buyer's agents to help you throughout the purchasing or investment process would most likely be your best investment decision. These professionals can help you find properties that meet your needs, negotiate prices, and manage the property after the purchase.
For a deep dive on which option you should go with, real estate agent, buyer's broker, or directly from the seller, be sure to watch this video where you compare all three to help you better decide who would be a better fit. Next question. Is it possible to purchase property in Portugal remotely?
If you would be a client of ours, you already would know this answer. This is actually the case of 90-something% of our clients. They do everything remotely with our help for purchasing a property here in Portugal.
This is one of our specialties and most popular services. If you want to see more of our clients' experience, you can see some YouTube videos that we did with our clients that purchased a property remotely with us. We will have the links in the description below. And then the next question. Is Portugal real estate a good investment destination?
This is $1 million answer that we don't know for sure, but we tell you what we feel. Although market past performance cannot be used for your present decisions, the reality is that the property prices in Portugal have risen at 2 digits or close to 2 digits since several years ago, and is still growing strongly. For that reason, yes, it's been an absolutely fantastic investment destination.
With its growing expat community, superior safety and security, diverse culture, and steady property market growth, Portugal offers endless opportunities for flipping properties and for buying to let. Both short-term and long-term rental can be good options. We covered a whole video a few weeks ago on this topic. Make sure to watch it here.
And that's it. We hope this video was helpful as you start the journey of purchasing a property in Portugal. And if you have any additional questions, please leave them in the comments and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
If you feel like you didn't find the answers to your questions, or if you'd like to speak to us directly, feel free to schedule a one-on-one consultation call with us. We would love to offer you some clarity. You can find the link to schedule with us in the description below, along with additional resources on purchasing property in Portugal.
And as always, if you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. We post new videos every week.
Don't forget to follow us on TikTok and Instagram, as we are quite active there as well.
So see you on the next one. Bye.
Ciao.